It's got a soul, this hero farm. It falls asleep inside my arms. We work the fields under the stars. The love is here at Gold Shop Farms. Well, city life, yeah, it had its charms, but we would dream of the fields under the stars. I fall asleep inside its arms. The love is here at Gold Shop Farms. The love is here at Gold Shop Farms.
Hello, everybody. What's going on? Happy Wednesday to you all. Thank you for joining tonight. I'm really excited. It's good to be hanging out with you again for another live stream. Tonight is sort of one of our more traditional, call it farm meetings, where I'm just hanging out, taking your questions, shooting the breeze, giving you some updates on stuff going on here at the farm. And I'll definitely say it's been a beautiful couple days here on the farm after a really crappy July worth of weather. Today has been amazing. Yesterday was pretty great too. I can see a lot of the regulars are hanging out here. What's going on? Debbie, I see here. I see So and Tear is hanging out from Gilroy, California. Let's see who else we got. Oh, Jack from the Mindful Homestead's going on. What's going on, Jack? D, good to see you. Good to see everybody. I hope everybody's having a great night wherever you are, whatever you're up to this evening. Um, I've actually been outside most of the day, just working around the farm. I did like one or two things inside, but for the most part, I've just been outside soaking up the weather, doing some brush hogging. What else have I been doing? Like weed whacking, fence line trimming, just like a lot of farm maintenance stuff that just needed to happen was really what my day was spent doing. Can I turn the volume up? Everybody's saying, hey, it's low. Hang on a sec. Let me see if I can fix that. Hang on. Bear with me here. How about that? Is that any better? I'm boosted up a little bit. I'm still actually playing. I just got a new microphone not too long ago, and so I'm still playing around. So if something it doesn't ever sound right, don't hesitate to say so. So yeah, I hear everybody saying, hey, the volume sounds low. So I'm hoping I have now boosted myself up to the point where it sounds better. But yeah, all right. Let me dive into it though, because I don't want to get too distracted. And I know that there's a lot of questions up. I see questions about Baby B, about Abby. So yeah, let me give you the updates. Baby B is doing fine. I actually just saw her, I don't know, half an hour ago. She was just hanging out with her mom. Abby Dog is actually doing pretty well. So, for those who are not aware, Abby Dog, a couple weeks ago, she got a cut on her leg, and it didn't seem like too much. And I wasn't too concerned about it. But then what happened is, even though I was bandaging it and trying to take care of it, she just got it dirty with farm life and all that good stuff. And basically what happened is it got infected. And so I had to take her to the vet, and we ended up actually putting a drain in because it seemed like the only way to heal it. And we ended up giving her a couple staples. And so after that happened, she's been living inside the house the entire time. And so if she's been inside the house, I don't know, it's about 2 weeks now, and she's doing really well. I'm actually working on making an entire video about Abby's life as a house dog, and so that will be something that probably comes out in a week or so. But yeah, she's doing really well, and so she's on the mend. I think I'm gonna probably put her back outside later this week. I'm not trying to rush it at all, and so I just want to take our time. So we'll see. She was actually outside with me for a little bit while I was doing chores today. I just wanted to make sure she didn't like get dirty or get anything in her wounds, which are still healing up a little. Oh, we got a birthday in the house. Oh, well, happy birthday, Jamie. I hope you're having a great day, you and your mom Karen there. And by the way, guys, if you want me to answer your questions, the odds of me answering them get so much higher if you put them in caps for me, much like Lisa, who I already, answered hers, but like I see them easier. It's just me filtering these questions, so I'm just doing my best to pick through all the ones that keep streaming through here. So bear with me, and if you put them in caps, I will be more likely to answer them. And now Debbie is asking, is my tractor still stuck? So no, Debbie, the tractor is not stuck. We actually got it out. So I posted on TikTok a video of, I was actually out brush hogging 2 days ago too, and just clearing stuff out, trying to get like especially the smaller pastures like into better shape. And what happened was I ended up like stumbling into a swamp. And actually, hold on a second. I'm just gonna, rather than tell, I'm gonna show. So bear with me while I dig up this video here. But this will recap the story to get everybody up to speed on what Debbie is referring to. Hold on, bear with me. Tractor stuck part 1. There we go. Today I was out brush hogging the secret pasture. Oh look, a deer. When I suddenly became stuck in a whole bunch of mud. Try as I might, I couldn't get my tractor out, and I was sinking faster than some German boy's horse in a swamp of sadness. So the next morning I went back out there with my ATV, as well as some boards and some shovels, and I tried to dig my way out. Oftentimes, digging a little bit and using boards is a good way to try to pull your tractor out, because essentially what happens is the boards act as a surface that the tractor's tires can grip to, and then the tractor can push itself out. But unfortunately, between a combination of all the heavy rains that we've had lately, as well as the fact that I seem to have found a secret pond, I was completely stuck, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to get out. And yes, this video is most definitely going to require a part 2. So yes, that is what happened. I was most definitely stuck, and actually, what ended up solving it is, as usual, my buddy Alfred came to the rescue, and he was actually able to pull me out. And so there'll be actually a whole video I shot around it, and so that will be something that pops up, I don't know, in a week or two. But yeah, it's surprising, because actually when we pulled the tractor out, what we realized is we think we actually found another spring. Like, there's so much water that flows into that one spot, and the spot that I hit with the tractor like was just water flooding through. And so yeah, that's actually what we stumbled on with the tractor as I was brush hogging. And so there you have it. All right, let's keep hitting questions. Doctor asks, or DR, have you kept Randy away from the heifers? Oh, Don. Okay, Don in Dublin. Well, Don, the way I've kept him away is actually they're in separate pastures. So if you actually look at this, hang on a sec. Let me give you an aerial view of the farm here for a second. So if you look up here, the heifers are actually where the trees are. So see those lines on the left-hand side of the screen? The heifers are over there. Randy and all the cows are in a whole separate pasture. So you can see them up here. So there's like multiple fences that separate them, and they're pretty far away. I would say they're easily more than 500 yards at a time away from them. And so that's how I'm keeping Randy away. And then he's got 5 other cows that he's out there with right now. So he doesn't feel, like he's missing. And so that's really what's going on. Hey, what's going on, Drew? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, Janet asks, question, did you get an AC for your office? No, Janet. I have a window and I have a box fan in my window when I need it, but like right now it is 63 degrees outside, so it is like my favorite type of weather. I love it when a day starts out at 45 degrees and then peaks out at 70, and then that's all I got. That is my version of perfect weather right there. Like any day where I start out in a hoodie and then end up in a t-shirt while I'm doing work outside, I love it. Okay, Oscar asks, do you consider yourself a meat farmer? Yeah, I mean, we raise geese for meat. We occasionally will have a chicken or duck that we might eat, but we're not really selling a lot of those. We do raise beef for meat, and we'll be raising pork this year. So yes, I do consider myself a meat farmer. Could I do an episode featuring my favorite song lyrics and movie lines. I don't know, Wayne. I would maybe talk about that here, and let me try to like give you some right now, but I don't know. It feels like it might not be the most interesting video. So let me give them to you. So my favorite movie lines, that's hard. Like favorite movie I could give you. But movie line. All right. Here is my favorite movie line of all time, and every time I see it, I almost get like misty-eyed and almost want to cry. It actually comes at the end of It's a Wonderful Life, which is actually also one of my favorite all-time films. And it's actually not a spoken line, but a line that's written on a book. So at the end of It's a Wonderful Life, when everybody's celebrating, and everybody came to George's rescue and all that good stuff, and he looks at the inscription on the book, and it's from Clarence, and it's that no man is a failure when he has friends. Like, I don't know, there's something about that line that just really hits me, and yeah, that might be my favorite. I think it's a really great statement. So yeah, favorite song lyrics. Ooh, I don't know. Watch out where the Huskies go, and don't you eat that yellow snow. I don't know. Let me see if I think of any better ones, Wayne. All right, what else do we got here? All right, people are saying the volume's good. Abby is housebroken. Surprisingly, we have had, and I'm knocking on wood here, we have not had a single accident the entire time Abby's been in the house. And it's like I said, it's been over 2 weeks now, and she's been doing great. And so that part has been wonderful. She waits to go outside, and then she'll go outside, she'll pee and poop, do her whole thing. I take her on walks maybe, I don't know, 5 times a day. And she's just really good about it. I did not expect that at all. I was very worried about that. That was actually one of the things I was more worried about. We have wood floors, so I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world because you can kind of just clean it up. It's not like we have carpet everywhere, but I was expecting that to be maybe a problem. And yeah, no issue whatsoever. And honestly, Lil hated the fact that Abby was in the house initially, and like she's kind of warmed up. They're not friends at all. She's very nervous. Lil tries to avoid her at all costs, but like it's not as bad as when Abby first got here and Lil looked angry, like visibly upset. Oh, hey Elijah. Well, I hope you have a wonderful time in Vermont, where we should have a really nice weekend. So enjoy. What is your opinion on people dehorning their animals? Do you think yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, there's certain instances where you might need to do it, but I don't think it's right. What I really am not a fan of is when people take a breed of animal like the Scottish Highland cattle, which is like the cows that we have here at our farm, and they dehorn those. I really don't like that. I feel like that is cruel. I feel like that actually harms just the animal's ability to communicate. If you want cattle without horns, don't have Scottish Highlands. I mean, I feel like it's that simple and that straightforward. If people are breeding like crossbreeds, like I know that there's some people who are breeding, gosh, I forget the breed that they're using, but they're finding other breeds of cattle and they're mixing them with Highlands, and it gives you a naturally polled cow, so naturally a cow with no horns. I have no problem with that. That's fine. Like that I don't see as cruel. But if you are taking a young calf and essentially disbudding, where you're like burning like where their horn grows from so that no horn grows, I'm not a fan of that. No. I don't think it's necessary, and I don't think it's right. Well, Raymond Diaz, let me just tell you, you are in luck, because tomorrow, probably 11 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, there will be a garden tour video starring my lovely wife, Allison. She and I shot the video. I just put the finishing touches on editing right before I jumped on here. And yeah, she is... I think she did a really good job with it. The garden is doing really well. Like, I swear, like, it's funny. People always ask like how much of my diet comes from like things on farm versus off farm. And honestly, the answer is it varies depending on the time of year. Like during the winter months, it's like maybe 50 or 60% of my food, but there's a fair amount that I eat from off farm. Right now, it's like 90, 95. I mean, today we had tacos with a friend, so like the taco shells didn't come from us, but the beef came from us, some of the veggies came from us, like, so most of that still came from the farm. But like the last 3 days before that, I've been eating kale, squash, beans, eggs, beef, goose, like that's been what I've been eating, and it's all from the farm. Lettuce. So yeah. Hey, Heinlein, good to see you, buddy. I don't know. I could try to get her up here, but so here's actually the one weird quirk about Abby. She doesn't like stairs. So try as I might, she does not want to do ever more than 3 stairs. I don't know what it is. She's like afraid of them. And so my office is up a very narrow staircase. Like it's like a back side of the house. Yeah, so she's actually never been up here because she hates the stairs. So I don't know. It might take more work than I'm willing to give, and plus it's always complicated when I'm trying to live stream and bring her up. So probably not tonight, Highland. Sorry. Well, Axelot, I hope you have a great birthday. How's the downtown, the capital? So downtown, I mean, it's recovering, it's getting better, but it's still not great. I mean, for sure. All right, let's see. You know what, Delia? I never found the swarming bees. So if you guys saw the video that I put out on Monday, I think it was Monday. Yeah, I had one of my hives split. I tried to catch the swarm, and no, I didn't have any luck, and I don't know where they are. Like, I've looked all over the place for them, and I have not seen them at all. They're not. Some people in the comments of that video actually were like, "Oh, you should check your barn," and I checked the barn. They're not in the barn, so I don't know where they are. To the best of my knowledge, Jimi Hendrix is doing well. He's yeah, to the best of my knowledge, he's doing okay. The cows are doing outstanding. So my cows, the ones here on farm, are doing phenomenally well. My duck are, oh god, I should actually, this is gonna be a whole video that I make about this, but my ducks are laying less eggs right now. Like, I can see it tapering off. But here's the thing, there's still an animal that's stealing most of my duck eggs, and I'm pretty sure I knew I'm pretty sure I knew what's doing it, and so I will probably talk about that in a very near upcoming video. Yes, Taya, I am actually very much thinking of sheep. Honestly, if you were to ask me what's the most likely new animal that we're getting on the farm next year, I think sheep have a high probability. Like, you know, so don't take that as me saying, hey, we're gonna get sheep. But if I were to guess on what would be the most likely animal that I would add, sheep are it. No, I didn't see that. And of course I know NBC 30. I mean, that was like my NBC affiliate that I grew up with. Hold on. AJ, I am going to look this up because I love the Whalers. I spend, you know, my favorite video game these days absolutely still is NHL 94, and I just play as the Whalers every single time. Hold on. I'm actually curious. I'm looking this up. Oh, there it is. Hold on, I'll share it with you guys so I'm not just like looking at something by myself. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get in trouble. But yeah, it looks like they have From Heartbeat to Heartbreak premieres this Monday. Oh, so, okay, so this just premiered. Wait, hold on. Skip through this ad. I don't know. Hopefully I'm not going to get in trouble for showing this. I'm actually very curious about this, AJ. Yeah, I love the Whalers. Oh man, I miss them so much. I had so much fun going to Whalers games. You know, actually, one funny thing about me and the Whalers is when I was a kid, I used to have this very weird habit where I would take my clock radio and I would stick it under my pillow so my parents couldn't hear it. I played at a very low volume, and I would go to sleep listening to the clock radio. Hey, Kevin Deneen. And I would go to sleep listening to that clock radio, and there was one station that I always listened to, is WTIC AM 1080, and I liked talking on the radio. For some reason, it just really, I don't know, it was good for my brain. And the Brass Bonanza, Marty Howe, there you go. Wow. Oh man, this I gotta watch this. I'm just, AJ, thank you for bringing. I was not aware that this existed, but I cannot wait to watch this. This is super exciting. Yeah, I will definitely be tuning into that in the very. So is it this Monday or I don't know. I'm gonna look. All right, I'm not gonna get distracted. I'm gonna go back to this live stream. But AJ, thank you. And to finish my story, because I'm going all over the place here, I would listen to WTIC AM 1080 every night as a kid to go to sleep. And it would either be talk radio that I would listen to, which is a very weird thing for like a 10-year-old kid to be listening to, but that was me. Or it would be Whalers games or Red Sox games. And like that's what I think bred my like obsessive love of both of those sports and both of those teams. And yeah, a lot of nostalgia there. So yeah, seeing that, yeah, you got me excited there, AJ. Do I have any pumpkins growing? Yes, Christina. I do have a lot of pumpkins growing. Actually, inside the hoop coop where the birds live in the winter, I have. Allison and I were just counting. There's like 30 pumpkin plants, and I will probably have more than 50 pumpkins. Probably even more than that. Probably like 75 pumpkins coming. So, yeah, that actually is the plan. And that most of those pumpkins will feed my animals in the winter. Phoenix asks, how will you maintain genetic diversity in the cows now that you have a full-time bull? All right, so here's actually the thing that I'm looking at doing, and this is a unique thing that I don't know if a lot of people are tuned into this or aware of it. What I am planning is that I will basically try to sell my heifers that are the offspring of Randy. So the way this will work is the males that are born will get castrated and raised as steers for beef. And then probably my first couple of generations of heifers, I'm going to actually sell to people, sell those heifers, and then buy more cows as a way to expand my herd. For two reasons. One, I want more genetic diversity, just like Phoenix brings up. But then two, by doing that, I'm able to improve the genetics of my cows. And then three, actually, the real nice bonus is it lets me keep Randy around for a number of years. I'd love to have him here for more than 5 years before I sell him to some other farm. And so, yeah, there you go. When are you going to process more beef? Probably, it's going to be like the summer of next year. Will be when Joey Ramone goes, and that will be the next beef that we process. The next animals we're processing, the next meat that we have, and we still have a few geese left if people want to buy them. We have, you just go to goldshawfarm.com if you want to buy geese. But that will happen on, let's see, the goose sale will happen in October. We'll also have pork, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to sell the pork to folks. So just know that too. Amy Ray, this is a great question you're asking here. So, I think they're okay. I don't hate pigs. I will definitely at some point in the future raise pigs again, but I also don't love them. Like, I love the cattle. I am so happy. My happiest part of farm chores every morning is being out there with the cattle, spending some time with them, moving around from one paddock to another. That is my favorite part of my job. Like, I love, I mean, I don't know, not my favorite might be too strong, but like I love doing that. And that's what I like. The pigs are fine. They're okay. They're not too chaotic. They're actually really easy to raise, so it's not that much work. So I'm not like complaining about them, but they don't speak to me like say the cattle do. And so that's why I think if I'm really looking at the future of the farm, it's going to be much more focused on more cattle. And I could see experimenting with sheep and liking sheep for the same reasons that I like I like raising cattle. So I could see that happening. So there you go. Sorry, Deborah. I'm sorry. I know when I put that out on TikTok, that actually hurt a lot of people down to the core. I know. Sorry. Joan, Toby Dog's doing really well. He's he's actually, this is always a tough thing. He likes being by himself. I think I really do think that's he's a solo dog. He doesn't like, some people always talk about dogs being like these like big, like they need to have a companion. Toby doesn't really, he seems to be happier when he doesn't. He likes occasional visits from the barn cats. He enjoys having birds to watch over. He doesn't love Abby. Like Abby loves Toby, no doubt about it. Toby is like and indifferent at best for him. I'm sorry, Danny. I'm sorry. Hey, and I don't know, Jack, if we're allowed to talk about this, but I'm actually excited because I think there's going to be something I'm going to be doing with Danny at the upcoming Homesteaders of New England festival. And I'm really excited about that. Focus the picture, please. Is my camera out of focus? It doesn't look like it's out of focus. I think it looks right. I don't know. Other people tell me. All right. This person who keeps trying to share links is getting blocked. All right. Okay, all right. Thank you, So and Tara, for mentioning that. All right. Okay, wait. I'm seeing repeat questions. Hang on. So, Harvey, I probably will get another heifer so that next year when I have baby B separated from the rest of the herd away from Macho Man, she has some sort of companion. So, yeah, there probably will be another heifer in the mix. So I did a calendar last year, or like a 2023 calendar. I don't think I'm going to do it this year. I mean, I'd be curious to see what people say, but like, I don't know. I think actually the biggest challenge with making the calendar was it's just like a lot of work to fulfill it. And especially because we're going to be selling a whole bunch of these. Whoa. I don't think I'm going to be doing the calendar this year. Oh, Barbara asking. You know, I could see potentially doing that. I think the challenge is it's just a lot of labor intensive. I think what I will be doing is more soap from the pigs, and so I will, even though I won't be butchering a cow this year or steer this year, I will be producing soap, but instead of being grass-fed beef tallow, it's going to be pastured pork lard or forested pork lard, and so that will be what like the main ingredient is, and so that will be something we sell towards the end of the year. Oh, and okay, all right. So I don't know if you guys know about this, but there is an event for folks in New England called Homesteaders of New England. So my friends Jack and Jackie of the Mindful Homestead are putting it on, and I'm going to be there speaking. I'm going to be giving a talk. Actually, hang on a sec. I'm going to share the Fall Gathering webpage. You can just find it at newenglandhomesteaders.com. It's really easy. It's sponsored by my friends over at Murray McMurray, who's a great company. I'm excited to be hanging out with my buddy Tom Watkins again over there. And so, yeah, it's basically demonstrations, some talks. There's going to be a lot of great speakers there. Yeah, I will be there. My buddy Al Lumna is going to be hanging out there. Actor Troy McClung from West Virginia, who is an awesome pig raiser. Eli Mack. Ginger Stevenson, Rich Giordano, the Seed Saver guy. Like, there's just gonna be a lot of great folks speaking at the event, and so I'm super excited to be there. But there's but I think the other thing though that's gonna be coming up that I'm really excited about is there's gonna be a panel where we're talking about moving from the country to or from the city to the country, and or moving from state to state, and so basically we're going to be having another discussion. So it's going to be, I think, myself and Danny from Wicked Awesome Gardening, and yeah, it should be a lot of fun. And so if you guys want to hang out, and I will be there, especially all day that Saturday, just, you know, check it out, homesteadersofnewengland.com. You can get tickets. They're still available. It's a lot of fun. Bring the whole fam. It should be a great time. And yeah, like I said, I'm actually super excited. Al Lumna does not do a lot of speaking and presentations. So like, it's a real treat whenever you can get Al out there. So definitely check that out. But yeah, let's see, what else do we got here? Yeah, hold on. Changing windows. Sorry. Oh, this is a good question, Alyssa, because I've actually been trying to get better about this. So, I don't know if you guys are familiar with a system called Getting Things Done. It's this guy, David something or other. Just look up Getting Things Done and you can find it. It's like a system of having like a bunch of just like folders and inboxes and how to organize your lists and stuff. And so I have been a practitioner of that for years. loosely, where, you know, I have like an inbox, and then I have like a next actions, and I have like things I'm waiting on, and like I just keep lists of that basically. And so typically what I'm doing is I go through that the night before, and I'm looking at the next day, and then I kind of make a schedule for myself. You know, I have certain things that are scheduled, like if I have a phone call or meeting, or I have this on my schedule, that sort of thing, like that exists. But then, like, well, what am I going to do from, you know, 6 a.m. to 11 a.m.? And today I was like, oh, I'm going to be brush hogging. So I did my chores, and then I did brush hogging. Tomorrow, I know that I'm going to be shooting a video and doing my chores, and then I actually have to run into town and pick up some feed. So it's like and all those things come from my getting done list. And so I usually the night before will stop, kind of do a recollection of my day, and I write all that down in like a journal or diary, essentially, how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking about stuff, all that good stuff. And then from there, I will then kind of process all of that and use that to make my batting order for the day. And obviously sometimes things can change, but yeah, there you go. So Jermaine, there's going to be actually 2 videos coming up very soon. I think Saturday's video and Monday's video will both be about pigs. One of them about, you know, different things about raising pigs, and then the other one is actually moving my pigs to a new area with a special guest. If anybody can guess who, actually 2 special guests show up in this video about moving my pigs because they helped me out. And if anybody can guess the second of the 2 special guests, I will send you a free copy of the Toby Dog book, or the Kindle version of the Toby Dog book. So if you can guess who the second is, and by the way, if I'm contacting you saying, oh, be on Telegram or anything, that's a scam, I will contact you through, if you actually, here's how we're gonna do this. If you were the winner, contact me through goldshawfarm.com. So go to goldshawfarm.com and click the contact box, and you can send me an email and just send me your info there. Do not take any other way of contact for this if you can guess this. But nobody's going to guess this because nobody's going to guess who the second person who helped me move pigs was. All right. Oh, hey, what's up, Abid? How much that? It was about, I want to say like $6,000 or so, somewhere in that neighborhood. I wonder, a thing I saw on ID4, someone's daily, how is charging infrastructure in your state? It's okay. So if folks don't quite understand Pierre's question, I have an electric car. It's a Volkswagen ID4. We actually have like 3, even though we have only 2 people in our household, we have 3 cars. So I have like an F-150 pickup truck, and then my wife has this little Mazda that she loves to drive, but then we have an electric car that we kind of share. And so depending on the trip or the situation, we, take various vehicles. I love driving the ID4. I love having an electric vehicle. It's great, especially now that we're getting all of our electricity from a solar co-op that we're now part of. It makes it very kind of a smart way to go. The charging takes, not too bad. And like we do most of our charging at the house. Where I find the ID4 outstanding is for like just, anything where it's like, if I'm driving 300 miles round trip to and from the farm, it's perfect. It's wonderful. Actually, I shouldn't say 300, 250, I should say, is wonderful. If it's longer than that, it can be kind of a hassle to stop and have to charge, but you can hit fast chargings. And so like I'll drive down to like Connecticut to see family in a day, and I'll have to charge it twice, but it's like an hour's worth of stopping time that I'm waiting if I'm on a fast charger. So it's not that bad. In Vermont, it's a little bit more patchwork. There's a couple of good spots. There's actually a couple of really good spots in New Hampshire just over the border. But it's not bad, and it's getting better. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of electric vehicles in general. So yeah, there you go. Yes, Ape Escape. We've found 4 springs. And actually, I know this is probably a question that's going to pop up in the chat. One thing that folks have been asking me is like, when am I going to develop my spring? Like, when am I doing that work? I haven't been able to do it for the past month because it's been flooded. Like that whole area, which is like swamp and wetlands, is impossible. Like I'd be up to my waist in mud and muck trying to go through. And so I just haven't even bothered, because we've had so much water that it's like impossible to get over there. And so I'm waiting for that to dry out, quite honestly, and then I'll try to tackle that spring project. Oh, that's awesome, Scott. I'd love to see that. Yeah, man, your uncle's a great guy. I miss him a lot. Hope you and your brother and your dad are doing well. If I were ever to, all right. So if I had to pick just a breed right out of the gate, I think actually I would go with Icelandics. I love them. One of my farming mentors, like when I first started like looking into farming, I had some friends. They used to live really close. They live a little further away now, but they were actually sheep farmers, and they raised Icelandics. They even had their sheep here at our farm the first year we owned it and we weren't living here, and I just let them come here and graze. And I just love the Icelandics. And so if I had to pick one, it might be that. But I think actually for year one, like if I were to raise sheep, the way I would do it, I would get some spring lambs, get them right out of the gate, raise them up for a season, and like see how I like it. So almost very similar to how I did the pigs, and then decide longer term, do I really want to get into sheep? That would be how I'd approach it. It's crazy, Betty, how it's already become kind of cool weather. I know. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of trains. Actually, you know who loves trains? My wife Allison absolutely adores trains. You're right. I have not told you. I'm keeping it a mystery, guys. Sometimes it's more fun to have some secrets that you tell in a good story than just blurt it right out. Oh, if anybody wants to send us stickers or they just send us a self-addressed stamped envelope, I'm happy to send you stickers. You just have to go to here. I'm gonna write it down. Goldshaw Farm, P.O. Box 225, Peacham, Vermont 05862. And just so you guys know, like that's always at like our P.O. box. If you're ever looking for it, it's always just like in the description of our videos. You scroll down a little bit, you'll find it. But it's always there. So if you're ever wondering how to send stuff, there you go. Yes, the bear is still around. My neighbors, they like their dog ran away, and so they were looking for her the other night, and they were looking with their friend, and they thought they saw the dog, and it turned out it was the bear. They got quite the scare. Quite honestly, it was really hard. I actually made a whole video about the experience. That was an older video. I'm actually gonna drop the link for it if anybody's looking for some classic Goldshaw Farm stuff. And if you want to see the first time I ever had to process my animals, I will dig that video up for you right now. Hang on. It's an old video, so it's gonna take a little while to find it. Oh, here it is, the duck harvest. This video is made on here. Actually, I know everybody loves it when I do Goldshaw Farm Inception, so why don't we take a little time tonight and do some Goldshaw Farm Inception? Here is the video that we're gonna have, and I will actually play it. I will skip any of the gorier parts because I know a lot of folks don't like that. But yeah, hang on a sec. Let me share my screen. Okay, here we go. So this is called the duck harvest. Hang on a sec. This is like wicked distracting. So I'm just gonna change this to this. Okay, much better. So here we go. So yeah, this was a video I made in yeah, it's almost 5 years ago. Look, there's Lil Barn Cat. Lil. Oh, Lil's back on the couch right now. But
this is very appropriate. Death is
yeah, Lil used to leave me dead mice all the time. Gosh, that's trippy. I look so much older. Oh, look, there's our ducks. Samuel and Jemima Puddle Duck. Oh man, nostalgia. This is like a time. It's always weird to me to watch these older videos. It feels crazy, like how different things were back then. But yeah, this is me rounding them up, and essentially what I had to do is I sorted out the males from each other. We set up the cones, did the whole deal. In the video, I talk about just kind of my feelings with it all, but like, you know, basically I had 4 friends who came. They I showed them some videos of like, here's how you process a duck, here's what it's like, and we kind of went through and just did it all, and yeah. Then we bagged them up and it went. It was not fun. It was not great, but it was very necessary, and I'm very glad I did it. And at this point, I feel like it like taught me a lot of skills, and those skills are things that I carry with me to this day. And so, yeah, I don't know, Aors, if I answered your question, but that's definitely it for me. Okay, what else we got? Yeah, seriously, thank you to all the mods. I know So and Tear is here. I know Jack from the Mindful Homestead, Danny from Wicked Awesome Gardening. Seriously, if you guys want to do anything, show them some love. Check out their YouTube channels. Like, say hi to them. Like, you know, subscribe. Like, they're good content creators and they're good people. And honestly, I would not be able to do these things without them. So yes, I 1000% echo Rosie's thoughts here. Yeah, any recommendations in Danville? Yeah, my favorite restaurant in Danville. There's actually two really good ones, but I really love Nacho Mama is a taco shop that some friends of mine run. It's great stuff, really really good food. They use a lot of local meats for where they supply for a lot of their stuff, and so yeah, definitely check out Nacho Mama. And then the other one is the Three Ponds Grill. Right in the center of Danville, like right at the intersection of, the Peacham Road and Route 2. It's outstanding food, wonderful stuff. Caleb and Anna, who the owners are also friends, really great people. So that would be my recommendations for Danville. If you're in St. Johnsbury, here's some. I'm just going to do local restaurant recommendations, like my two favorites from each area. If you're in St. Johnsbury, definitely Papa Tarazzi's Pizza is my favorite pizza place in the area by far. They also do like amazing, like just good straight up Italian like dishes and desserts. Like, oh, their cannoli is great. So yeah, definitely a huge fan of Papa Tarazzi. Their grinders are outstanding. Like they have this one, it's like a chicken parm with prosciutto on it. So good. But anyway, so yeah, Papa Tarazzi's is great. And then Kingdom Table is also, I love Kingdom Table. Just really good, like, kind of traditional American fare. But I really, it's like probably the place that Allison and I go to the most when we go out to eat. So yeah, Kingdom Table. If you're in Hardwick, Positive Pie is outstanding. I really love Positive Pie. So yeah, that would be the one there. So hope that helps there, Davrion, and hope you enjoy the time up here. It's funny. After having Abby in the house for a couple weeks, I could actually see us getting a house dog. I think it's a little bit of a sell for Allison. I don't think she's quite there. I'm definitely there. I'd love to have a house dog. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe someday. Oh, yeah. Okay, Anna, let me try to explain. Can you explain the Kindle email about the book? Yeah, so one of the things that always helps when you launch a brand new book is to have people review. And so one of the things I'm going to be doing for people who are willing to write an honest review. So I'm not looking for people to like only give me positive reviews or any kind of BS like that. No. What this is I'm looking for people to read the book and give their honest reaction to what did you think of Toby Dog of Goldshaw Farm and like write a review about it. That's what I'm looking for. And so for folks who are actually subscribed to our email list, you got a special offer to like join this reading group. And essentially what'll happen is if you send us your email address, like through the survey link that's in that email, Anna, and only send it that way. Please don't, if people are approaching you, they're probably scammers. Don't do that. Send it through the link that you got through our email. If you send it there, like that way we can authorize the free Kindle book gifting to you. So whatever email address you're using for your Amazon and your Kindle stuff, that's what we're looking for. And so I hope that answers your question. Christina, like the Icelandics are dual purpose. So I would look to actually do both. Billy, I actually think the odds are, and so I wouldn't say this is guaranteed, but I will probably take the year off from pigs next year so that I could have a little time and energy to focus on something like sheep. That would be what I'm thinking. Yeah. Oh man, Sharon, I love that. Oh wow, I'm so far behind. I'm realizing that I'm like 25 minutes behind. All right. All right, Jack, you used to fall asleep listening to yeah, see, yeah, New England sports radio is pretty much what I would listen to, and that's how it is. I thought I told this story up front, but yeah, Abby hurt her leg, and so in order to heal up, we had to keep her inside. So yeah. Okay, Nancy. Honestly, here's the tough answer for it. What you can do is there's a special bundling that happens when you buy the audio version and the Kindle version. And so that would be what I'd recommend. And actually what's cool is there's like this technology called Whisper Sync where it like will essentially read the book for you and turn the pages, and like you basically can see the illustrations when they time out with the book. And so yeah, that's there. We're still trying to decide that, Debbie. Not quite sure yet. And I know, Debbie, I just love calling you Piper Lily. It's such a fun name to say. I'm actually very curious, Debbie, about what the origin of that is. Oh, David, I got a story for you. Okay, all right. So yeah, we have a crazy amount of big, large green frogs, like straight up traditional old frogs on the farm now. It's awesome. So yes, we have a lot of them. And like one of the things that happened is when the flooding happened, some of our seasonal streams filled up again, but over the last week or two they've been drying out, and there were a whole bunch of tadpoles in this one little pool and they were about to die. And so I just scooped them up in a bucket today, and I actually put them back into the pond. Hold on, I'm going to actually give you guys some footage and show you what this looks like. Hang on. Yeah, this honestly was one of my highlights of the day when I discovered this while I was doing chores. So here, I'm going to actually add these videos into the mix so you can see what the heck I'm talking about. So yeah. So I basically just like scooped him up and dropped him in. It was crazy to like. I couldn't believe that I stumbled on him like this. Like here, you can just see like this puddle that was drying up was just teeming with tadpoles. It was so cool to see like just this many in there, and I was like, and they were different ages too. Like you can see it, right? Like some of them look like they're, I don't know, probably about a week or two away from actually coming out of the water. Others are probably 2 or 3 weeks out. And so like, I was like, oh, wow, I want to save them. And so I just ended up getting a feed bucket and a feed scoop and just started digging up the mud and dropping as many as I possibly could into that bucket. And then once I had filled that bucket up, what I ended up doing is
they are going to be luckier than these sons of guns who.
Yeah, so actually there was another puddle that dried out, and I could already see a bunch of them dead, and so I wanted to make sure that they were okay. I did shoot a whole video about this, so you'll probably see that in about, I don't know, 10 days or so.
Hey, look at this bucket. Look at this bucket.
Like, look at it. Like, they were all like swimming and living inside this bucket, which was really kind of cool. And then once it was all ready to go, I just took that same bucket and I dumped it right into the pond, and then they were just all swimming in the pond, and they seemed pretty happy and content, and they were all doing really good. And yeah, so I'm hoping that they all grow up to be even more frogs that we have. And so it like, yes, I'm to answer your question, David, in a very long roundabout way, I am starting to feel like I'm going to have a very good, healthy, strong frog population here on the farm. You know, Snap, I don't see horses. I'm not a horse guy. I don't love horses. I just see them as a lot of work and expense, and I don't see a ton of benefit coming back. So, yeah, no, I am not a fan, honestly. Oh, Boris. I'm going to... Hold on. Well, hang on a sec. Let me bring up the house lights here. So Boris, I don't think I am, because Lil seems so happy and content on the couch right now that I would feel just like a jerk if I did that to her. And so yeah, I don't know, man. Oop, there. So you guys can see Lil right over my shoulder. Here, we'll zoom the camera in and visit with Lil, but I'm not going to disturb her because she just seems like such a happy gal right now. Whoa. Say hi to everybody, Lil. Like, she's sleeping. Look at that. Oh. All right, hold on. There you go. Like, look at that. She just looks so happy. She's content. She's just, I'm not going to go over there and disturb her. So as much as you might to see that, Boris, unfortunately, I am not going to give you that treat tonight. And I'm going to let sleeping cats lie, quite frankly. So anyway, yeah. Would I ever teach any of my animals to communicate using recording button? I don't know if I could. I don't know about that. Amy Ray, yes, I actually do need to add more chickens. And so that's part of what I'm doing right now is adding more chickens. So yes, I do see more chickens in my future for sure. No way, Debbie. Alpacas fall somewhere like slightly higher than horses in my esteem, but not by much. Yes, I would do dual purpose. You know, Juan, we don't deal with a lot of snakes on our farm. So because we're in a relatively cold northern climate, there just aren't a ton of snakes around here. And so like we got garter snakes that pop up here and there. They don't bother anybody. I don't see any problem with them. And so they're fine. Oh, okay. So Natasha is asking about my cattle. So yeah, they are Scottish Highland is the breed of cattle. Scottish Highland cattle. Sometimes people call them Scottish Highlanders, but that is what we're doing. Yeah, Boris. Like I said, there'll be pig lard soap probably available by the end of the year. All right. Well, alrighty then, Paul. I don't understand that, but okay. Best of luck to you, buddy. Yeah, no, it's gonna be fun, Danny. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. Would you buy breed cattle? Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at some options right now. I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, I am looking at some options there. I'm also trying to talk with Allison. We're trying to decide. Allison's a little concerned that I'm growing the herd too quickly, so that's kind of part of what's on there. And I don't know if that one person I'm texting, I know I owe them a text. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Like Jack says, yes. Check out mindfulhomesteaders.com or the NewEnglandHomesteaders.com. So Joyce, I don't think I would be doing another video anytime soon. Honestly, it's just. Here's what it is. I don't think it will help the other videos. Like it'll make each video a little bit worse if I spread myself out around 4 videos per week. Because I already do 3 videos per week. I do one every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. I've actually thought about going back to only 2 videos a week to give myself more time to focus on making better videos. So honestly, if I was going to change the number, it would go that direction. It would not go in the direction of doing more videos. I can't foresee doing that, at least right now, because really what it is, it's not so much the act of shooting or editing, but more just like the mind space and creativity of it all. I would be grinding out more videos, and I don't really want to do that. Oh, Jennifer, that makes me so happy to hear that you have your little barn cat soap. And I mean, honestly, that warms my heart to hear that like someone like you's using it. And so thank you for that and the support. And yes, don't worry, there will be more soap at the end of the year. Okay. All right, I'm scanning here. I'm trying to jump ahead. I know I'm so far behind on the chat. I'm still. We're not far. I don't want it for personal reasons. I don't want to say exactly, but like not far. Yeah. Okay. All right. DMLOL, I missed your question. So, try to just do good manners. I mean, repeating a question isn't wrong, but if you're like bashing the copy paste button every 60 seconds, that's also not cool. So just, use good judgment. Tallow, sir, and frozen doggy treats. Yeah, okay, all right. Let me talk about the doggy treats because I actually feel like this is worth talking about. I was about to start selling duck and goose feet for doggy treats, but I opted not to do it because there was actually some issues with like my liability insurance, and if like someone's dog ate a duck foot and like some piece broke off and something, they could try to sue me, and then my liability, my insurance company wasn't comfortable with like a certain limit, and like so. It was like the amount of money I would make from selling the dog treats paled in comparison to the increase in my insurance premium. And like on top of that, it would just be creating a lot more work and hassle. And so like it just didn't make sense for me to do. And so that's why I ended up not doing it. To be very, very blunt. It stopped making sense as a business decision. We have several streams on the farm, but there's not a lot of fish. They're relatively small, and some of them are seasonal. But yeah. Sean, I have no idea. It's so funny. Every time I see a headline on it, I feel like I should be paying attention, but I'm like, I don't know. This feels like I don't know. I don't know. It feels like a lot of hype, and I just don't feel like. I feel like there's a lot more important things to actually be trying to focus in on. It's not, I don't know. Maybe if somebody, like if I had a really smart friend who I trusted explain it to me, I might gain more interest in it, but I've been like willfully ignoring it to pay more attention to things that I actually am wicked concerned about, like some of the things related to, I'm going to get into that now. I need an honest answer. So Ken, I'm curious, why do you need it? I mean, I'm sure you want an honest answer. After all these years working on the farm, what are you better at? YouTube content creation or farming? I mean, I don't know. I guess I probably make, so I guess better than what? Better. I think my skills have vastly improved when it comes to farming, much, much more so than they have relative to content creation. But if you're gauging my skills of doing something relative to the average person, I'm probably better at making videos, but I don't know. I've always been better than most people at making videos. So like, I don't know. Yeah. Am I a professional homeowner? Okay. Does this have something to do with Wrangler Star and his weird like domestic terrorism angle that he now does in a lot of videos? Because if that's the case, then no, I am not because that's the only time I've ever heard that term. I own a home. So there is that, but I don't know if that makes me a professional homeowner. I don't know what that means. I should probably look it up before I even talk about it. But yeah, but I don't know. But if it's got something to do with Wrangler Star's weird craziness that he's gone on, no, 100% not. I it's funny. I like, yeah, back in the day I used to like watching his videos, but no, he stands for a lot of things that I don't, and I am not comfortable with it. Okay, all right. I am finally 30 minutes later getting to the questions where people were guessing who is in my pig video. And Alfred is one of the two people. And like I said, there's two people. One of them is going to be easy to guess. The other is not. Alfred is the one who is the easy to guess. And so you don't get any credit, Wayne, for that one. So yeah. Is the Vermont mayor? You mean the Vermont governor or the mayor of Burlington, maybe? But no, there's no Vermont mayor. No, it is not Butch. Nope, it's not my nephew or either of my nephews. It is not Keith Urban. It is not Justin. It is Dairy Farmer. Nope, not my nephews. Nope, it's not Allison. Nope. Oh! I mean, she's not a Mrs., but she's a Miss. Okay, Psychotrin. Please email me please email me through my website, goldshawfarm.com, and I will send you a Kindle edition of the book when it's available and when it's released next month. Yes, it is Miss Vermont. Actually came with Alfred and me, and we moved pigs together. It's going to be a hysterical video. I'm actually in the process of starting to edit it now. It's going to be so much fun. But yes, you got it right, Psycho Trin. Congratulations. All right, now for anybody else who might have guessed that further in the chat, yeah, but yes, wow, good guess, Psycho Trin. I'm wicked impressed. Aw, well, thank you, Frank and Bean Coffee Company. Really appreciate it. Okay, so no, we are not putting solar panels on a roof because we actually are part of a solar co-op that was just installed at the place next door to us, and so that's now where we're getting the majority of our energy from. And what it was is I actually am a believer, and I'll probably make a video about this in the not too distant future where I talk about solar co-ops, because I actually think more people should be looking into them, because what they do is they let you harness solar energy and build solar installations and more, essentially electric grid capacity, which we know we're going to need. But what's nice about a co-op versus doing it just at your house is by working with other people, you're able to build a larger installment and you're able to reduce your costs for building it because you're sharing a lot of the infrastructure. And so we actually have more access to power than we would if we just put like panels on our house or barns or anything like that. And it was a lot cheaper to do. And, we don't even have to have it on the farm. And so, yeah, I actually think it's worth looking at. But yeah, so we won't be putting anything on our place. Oh, that's a good one. Actually, so Deborah, I'm actually working on trying to get a video with Luis. He doesn't live too far from here, and so he might do it. That's a really good guess, but no, it was not him, and no, it wasn't Anson, but he's another good guess. But yeah, no, it is Bella, and she came by and it was a lot of fun. Okay, what else? All right. We haven't had any problems yet this year, but the training season's going on. So the training season, I think, starts July 1st, and then the bear hunting season starts September 1st. And honestly, that's the part of the time of year that I'm a little bit more concerned about. So we'll see. Oh wait, what is Creek Kids? Oh, okay, I already answered that. All right, I'm gonna keep jumping here because I know we're running out of time. So Brett, what I will do is I'll end up actually probably next month. I usually do it in August. I will go around and actually walk the whole farm again and update my signs, because you have to actually, here's the really crazy thing about Vermont posting laws. You have to update them every single year. It's a real pain in the butt. I don't know. Don't even get me started. Yeah, you might just have to restart. For some reason, sometimes the device will do something funky with a live stream. Okay. No, we're not getting any other new animals this year. I don't expect any. Yeah, oh yeah, P&H truck stop's always a good find too. I mean, honestly though, like, all right, let's be honest with the P&H. I think their like baked goods are actually really good. Their food is fine. It's diner food. I think a lot of people like hype it up more than it needs to, because it's like this very interesting old school truck stop. So it's a very cool place from that perspective. So I don't mean to knock it that way. But like, if I was going to say what's a better meal, if I went to either Three Ponds or Nacho Mama or P&H, it's Three Ponds or Nacho Mama without any doubt. And you'll end up paying probably about the same, maybe a little bit more at Three Ponds, about the almost probably even less at Nacho Mama. And so yeah, there you go. Okay, let's see what else we got. You need another dog to show Abby. So wait, do I get a house dog that's just my stair dog? Yeah, I think you're probably right. But yeah, she does not like the idea of going up lots of stairs. Like she'll go up like 1 or 2 stairs and be okay with it. But yeah, like, I don't know, it's probably like 20 some odd steps to get up here. And yeah, she's not interested in that. Oh, let me clarify this. Okay. So the Kindle version of the book is available for pre-sale right now. And so if you guys want to order Toby Dog of Goldshaw Farm, you can just click on the link in the description of this video. I think there's even probably a little icon down below. Like you can just click on that and you can get access to it. Or if you wanted to, you can just go on Amazon and look for Toby Dog of Goldshaw Farm. And you will actually be able to access it there. Hang on, let me bring it up and I can even show you what it looks like. I don't know. I'm super excited about this. By the way, it's like been like trending on Amazon, which is kind of cool to see already. Share screen, Amazon. There we go. So yeah, you can actually do that if you want to like pre-order it there. On this same page, like in a couple of weeks, we're gonna have the audio available. So like the audio will be available for pre-order, and then in September the print versions. And we actually just changed our plan. We were gonna only do paperback. We are now gonna do both a hardcover and a paperback version, and so that's exciting news too. So yeah, I think I screwed up how I was describing that, Jennifer, and that was my bad. But the physical printed versions are not available for pre-order yet. The Kindle version is, and then the audio version will be very soon. So that's where we're at. Whoo! Hey, Whitaker's home is Heritage Homestead. Good to see you guys. All right. So I guess with that, I am going to sign off. I'm actually starting to feel it. I've been live streaming a lot lately, and so I'm getting a little tired. And I've got a very, very early morning tomorrow. But as always, I really appreciate you guys hanging out and coming here, and I will be back again soon. I'll probably be popping in specially sometime in the not too distant future, maybe even like when the audio version comes alive for pre-order. But if not, I will see you guys at the next farm meeting, and I will be back tomorrow with a new video. The new video tomorrow. Here, let me just even show you guys. So actually, I can't do that. The new video tomorrow, it is Allison giving a garden tour. And again, it's a thank you to all of you guys for helping raise so much money for farmers in Vermont who have been affected by the floods. I actually just heard from NOFA Vermont. It's gone out to like 5 different farms have gotten grants as a result of the work that you guys did and the generosity that you guys displayed. And so thank you for that very, very much. And yeah. All right. I'm going to take one last question because I feel like I'm cutting this short. Have I considered a sequel book with Abby? All right, let me just tell you guys, because this book is not intended to be just the only book I ever do. I have a whole series in mind, and this book is the first one. The next book would actually be about Lil Barn Cat and her accident and some of the stuff that happened and like a lot of things like that. The current working title of it is something along the lines of The Search for Lil Barn Cat. And then the third book or the fourth book, I don't know, because there's another story I want to tell. I don't even want to talk about it. That might end up becoming the third book. But then the fourth book would actually be Abby coming to the farm. And actually, and so I don't want to give you more away. But like I have like there's a whole like story arc. Like this would be like there's actually in theory it would be 10 books I have in my mind that I'd end up writing in this entire series. It would be 10. So I don't know, maybe we'll get there. But it really depends on how well this first one does. That is kind of also a little dependent. So I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I have started writing the second one, and like I said, it would either be the third or fourth that would feature Abby. But there is. All right, I am going to show you this because I'm too excited about this one. Hang on a sec. Bear with me. So I know you guys have been asking about merch and have been kind of quiet about merch lately, and I haven't been promoting stuff because I'm going to be changing up actually how we do our merch. And specifically, what we're going to be doing is you know, we were doing like a lot of the t-shirt drops, and folks were like always like bummed because like they'd missed the Molly Murder Mittens one and then they couldn't get it. And so the good news is there's going to be a new Abby Dog t-shirt debuting very, very soon. I'm going to show you the design of it. I'm not going to show you it actually mocked up on the shirt yet because we're still finalizing some things with the colors. But because you guys are hanging out tonight on this live stream and staying a little late, even after I said I was about to end, I'm going to show it to you right now. Hang on. Let me just get it open. Bear with me. Bear with me. So the painting that this is featured here is actually... I have the painting right here. So a woman by the name of Michaela, super, super talented artist. She actually made this painting. And so that's what it's based on. But I decided I want to do like a full-on D&D mock-up style chaotic good t-shirt featuring our girl. And so for all the Abby fans out here, let me share it with you. Now that I've hyped it up, you're going to be like, eh. Yes, this is going to be the new Abby Dog t-shirt. A little too much zoomed in. So yes, it is the chaotic good. I think it's going to be an exciting design. We're kind of finalizing a couple things around it, but that will be coming probably in like mid-August. You'll start to see it pop up and be for sale. So no Abby Dog book soon. You're just going to have the Toby Dog book this year, but there will be the Abby Dog t-shirt coming very, very soon. And so with that, I'm going to sign off and say thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to my moderators, So and Tear. Thank you always, Wicked Awesome Gardening, or Danny's Wicked Awesome Garden. Thank you. Jack from the Mindful Home said thank you. And yeah, I will be back soon with another live stream. Thanks everybody.